Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I'm Jessica. It's so good to be back. Okay, so a lot has happened, guys. A lot. It's been a year off YouTube, like literally a year. What has happened? What's been going on? Anything new in my life? All of that. So if you guys are interested, and grab yourself a snack, grab yourself something, because it's gonna probably be like a 10-minute long video. All right, so let's start from the beginning. I think I left off where I was saying that I was hiding something in the beginning of the year, and that I didn't want to announce it just yet, which is good that I didn't announce it to the whole world, because ultimately it was the most saddest start to the new year. I have to admit, it was very, very depressing. So right after New Year's, you know, after, not this New Year's, I'm talking about the last New Year's. This one was different, okay? I went out with my friends Una, her man at the time, and Karen and her man. We all were just having a good old time, me and my man, at this one place in LA. We ended up seeing someone, a basketball player. I forgot who it was. But he was tall. James Harden? I think it was James Harden. Yeah, that's the one. Anyways, it was a great start to the new year. So I thought, right? Well, the year starts, and I want to say in February, mind you, I'm still working my same job. In February, I started feeling, or January-ish, I started feeling a little under the weather, and I thought maybe, oh my gosh, it's that time of year. Every January, every time I go out, I always get sick and but no, it was something else. And I ended up checking to see if I was correct. I did a test, and it came back positive that I was pregnant. I was so happy, because I was just talking about this with my husband at the time. No, just kidding. I was just talking about this with my husband, and you know, we're like, hey, it's getting that time. Eli needs a sibling. You know, we need someone else for him to play with, you know, so he's just not alone. And so we were trying. Well, I didn't know back in December I actually was pregnant. End of December, I would say. So New Year's, here I am drinking up Grey Goose, not knowing that I'm pregnant at this time. Anyways, then I go get a test, came out positive. I was so happy. And then I was like, okay, now I gotta schedule a time to, obviously with the VA, to book up my maternity care, get that all in my OBGYN. So I noticed that I was very, very tired in this pregnancy, and very weak. And I just thought, okay, it's first trimester. This is like, my body's like, it's a lot of changes, right? Probably a couple weeks went by, and mind you, I'm also trying to work, take care of a toddler, you know, all this other stuff. So it really wasn't necessarily a priority to go get an OBGYN like fast. Okay, it's early on pregnancy, right? One day I started to spot, and that's when I was like, okay, let me go to the hospital and get this checked out. So I went to the hospital on a Thursday, and actually the ER, and I was able to see my baby. And through the probe that they injected inside of me, because it was obviously too early on the ultrasound, like on the belly, so they had to do a probe inside of me, and I saw the baby, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is amazing, okay. Thought maybe it's just normal spotting, whatever. So they said, as of now, like, you know, your baby's fine. So I'm like, okay, cool. A few days go by, and mind you, this is February 18th. And the day I will never forget, because two things happened. February 18th, number one, is my my greatest friend Alyssa's death anniversary. And I love Alyssa so much. Rest in peace, girl. And it was already sad that day, you know. Then it was also eviction day for my job, which if people don't pay their rent, they're going on eviction and I have to send up the documents. So it was a stressful day. And I remember talking to residents and everything was fine. My tummy was feeling like cramps, really bad cramps. And, you know, people were like, okay, you know, try not to put it in the air. But I just knew something was wrong. So I remember I was like grabbing someone's folder that's on eviction or about to be on eviction. I opened up the folder and then I noticed like I felt a wet gush out of me. I ran to the bathroom and I was bleeding a lot. I think that's where the baby was. But in my head, I'm still trying to be positive. I'm still trying to be like, it's okay, it's okay. I run home and I go straight, did I grab my keys? I don't know what I grabbed. I grabbed something. Went home. No, I had to change. I changed my clothes. You know, I went straight to the ER. Mind you, it was the VA ER. Looking hindsight and looking back, I should have never went to the VA ER. I should have just went to a hospital, because apparently you can just go to the hospital and then the VA will take care of it. But because the VA is the worst with pregnancy, it is the worst, they said. But anyways, I go over there, you know, they check me out, waiting for results. And the part where the nurse was checking to see if they could see the baby or feel a heartbeat or anything, ultimately no, the baby had passed. And I believe the baby passed in the toilet when I was at work. February 18th. So I was dealing with that for the first half of the year. I couldn't really get over it. It was rough, guys. It was rough. But everyone kept saying, keep trying, it'll happen, it'll happen. And this is the reason why I feel like this pregnancy felt a little different, is because I wanted the baby and I didn't expect that this would happen. I just thought my body wouldn't let it happen. And I know people say it's not your fault. It's maybe the baby was sick. Maybe, you know, there's different factors and you shouldn't blame yourself and all this stuff. But I was blaming myself. I was like, maybe if I took care of my body, if maybe I got more sleep, maybe if I exercised, maybe if I did this, that baby would be here. But baby wasn't. But I know I've accepted it deep down in my heart that the baby's with Auntie Alyssa in heaven. Because what are the odds of it being February 18th, her death anniversary? So that was a rough start to the year. Then I had to take some time to myself. Went to go visit family in Florida, my mom and dad. Took some time just to kind of change the scenery. It was a nice time. Short, but nice time. And then a few months later, or I think it was like a couple months later, I found out I was pregnant again. And this one I was really making sure that I was trying to take care of my body. I was doing everything that you know you should do. The pregnancy was really nice. Just the number one thing I have to say was nausea. It was nausea. I mean, moving like this. Moving like that. I want to throw up. Just sitting there, I want to throw up. So the nausea was really bad. That's one thing I hate, and I hate throwing up. I really do. I don't know how people throw up. Medicine for that. And then later on, I had to do my glucose, and then I had gestational diabetes. So I had to prick myself every day, 4 times a day, eat healthy, see a nutritionist, all of that, because I wasn't gaining weight, actually. I was just eating a lot of sugars and bananas because she loved fruit, you know. And I say a she because and it's a girl. You guys probably, if you guys follow me on YouTube and everything like that, you've already seen her. She is 7 months old, Ella Bella, or Ella Rose Solstaric. That is her name. And she is my rainbow baby. And she is the best. You probably heard in the background talking to Miss Rachel. But she is, geez, man, I don't want to cry. She is God's gift. And I'm so happy she came out amazing. She didn't even come out crying. At first I was scared, but then they're like, no, your baby's totally fine. So I had to deal with that. Had to take some time off work, obviously. In December, that's when I took time off work. She was supposed to come mid-January, but she came January 3rd at 12:34. I don't know if I'm going to do like a separate birthing video. Maybe a story time for that one. It's pretty crazy too for that one. That's a big news. That's the #1 news I got to inform you. My son has started preschool, 2nd year in preschool. Next year he'll be in kindergarten. Work has been crazy. Work was really bad. Occupancy in our apartment, our property complex, went down the drain, literally. So I'm trying to step it up, get those rents, trying to help out as best I can. But yeah, it took a big dip. A lot of people were leaving, and there was nothing obviously I could do. There was no hard feelings towards me or anything like that. It was just they had to do what they had to do. And so we didn't at the time have anybody to really rent really well to counteract last place. And I don't like being in last place. But it's okay. We're going to get there. Our team is going to work together. And we're going to get there and we're going to pull through. And we're going to get a reward at the end of the year for the fastest occupancy. That's what's going to happen. My son's grandparents, they came from Serbia a couple months ago. And they were going to stay until September, Eli's birthday. Unfortunately, the trip went short. They were only able to stay half because we went in for one thing for him and found out a completely different other story, and that is he went in for a pulled groin and he came out as kidney cancer. So he recently just left. They had emergency surgery because the cancer spread, and it was really, really, really bad. Yeah, we were all scared. But he's doing okay. He's still in the hospital. He's going to be leaving the hospital tomorrow, Sunday, the 17th of August. So I'm dealing with that. Yeah. And my son and Ella, they love and adore their grandparents. They do, and vice versa. We try to do as many memories that we can while they're over here. We don't know when they're going to come visit. I mean, it was like almost 4 years since they visited Eli, so that's just tough. But those were like the main things that happened this year. Still got some more to go, obviously, but I really, really, really missed YouTube. I really missed my channel and my people, my community, the people that watched me, like literally years ago. So, and then there's some other stuff that's happening, you know, to me personally, my mind, hormonal. I was pumping for 7 months, and I finally just slowly started because it was getting overwhelming, like working, taking my kid to school, taking care of the baby and everything. So you probably hear her crying right now. She wants someone. So anyways, I want to cut it short. But yeah, I probably will talk about motherhood in a different video, just like, you know, the insecurities, my body, what has changed, all of that. And I'm just so happy to be back, and I missed y'all. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please let me know how y'all are doing, and it's good to be back. See you later. Bye everyone.